Hello everyone. Today I have discussed the topic heat treatment processes. We know that heat treatment is nothing but a heating and cooling of any metal, and due to that change their physical and mechanical properties without change in product shape. So there are mainly four types of heat treatment processes: annealing, normalizing, hardening and tempering. It may include case hardening, which we can see later. So first process of heat treatment is annealing. In annealing, we can heated the metal. Mainly we have used steel metal. We can heat the steel from austenite temperature and hold at this temperature for some time and then cool in furnace. And this, it is a very slow cooling rate process. Mainly this annealing heat treatment is used to achieve the following properties. First, to relieve internal stresses. Second, to improve machinability, to soften the steel, to refine and homogenize the microstructure, to stable the structure, to produce desired microstructure, to improve mechanical physics, electrical and mechanical property, magnetic properties. Then second process of heat treatment is normalizing. In annealing, we can heat it above austenite temperature or up to austenite temperature. But in normalizing, we can heat it the metal or steel above austenite temperature to 50 to 60 degrees Celsius and then cool by using air. In annealing, we can use furnace cooling, while in normalizing, we can prefer air cooling. So, as the cooling rate is faster than the annealing, it gives the finer microstructure than the annealing, and it used to improve machinability also. So mainly the purpose of normalizing is produce harder and stronger steel as compared to annealing. Second, to improve machinability, to modify and refine the grain and homogenize microstructure for material. Third heat treatment process is a hardening, as it is related to the mainly cooling rate, so it is also called as a quenching sometimes. Main purpose of hardening is to increase the hardness of steel. We already discussed about the hardness and hardening. Hardness is nothing but a to resistance of penetration, and hardening is to increase the hardness of material. So if I have increased the hardness of steel or any metal, then that is called as a hardening. And it is possible when we have heated the steel in above upper critical temperature for hypoeutectoid steel and heated above lower critical temperature for hypereutectoid steel and then cool in water, oil or brine, then it gives the hardening heat treatment. Remember that again we can discuss about the heating for annealing is above austenite temperature. For normalizing, it is above annealing or above austenite 50 to 60 degrees Celsius, but for hardening it is above upper critical temperature, that is A3 temperature for hypoeutectoid steel, and for lower critical temperature, that is A1 critical temperature for hypereutectoid steel, and use cooling media as a water, oil or brine. So it have a maximum cooling rate, so it gives a hard and strong crystalline structure. So mainly hardening is classified or having two types: Marl tempering and second is osforming. So first we have seen Marl tempering. So as we know that in hardening we get a increase the hardness of metal or steel. So that is possible when martensite phase is obtained. We know that martensite is a phase which is very hard and brittle. So hardening means to increase the hardness of material, and that is possible when martensite is obtained. So in first type of the hardening is martempering, where the martensite is obtained by using cooling process. So that diagram shows the TTT diagram, where pearlite transformation, benite transformation, and martensite transformation is occur. So that arrow shows the another curve which gives the cooling rate from top, and then when it is cool, and that another center arrow shows the mechanical work is done by using forging process. That is one of the mechanical process. After cooling, if mechanical work such as forging is occur, then martensite formation is occur, and that is about the martempering process. Then second type of hardening is the os forming, where same it also gives the TTT diagram which shows pearlite, benite, and martensite transformation. Only instead of mechanical work, we can use instead of forging work, we can use the rolling work. That arrow shows the rolling process. If we have cooled the material and below this nose you have mechanical roll, then martensite is obtained and we get a hardening. This is about os forming. So these are the two processes used for hardening. Then last is a tempering. So generally tempering is done after hardening immediately, because after hardening the material can be harder and strong, brittle. So to reduce that brittleness, we can again heat the steel and cool with the help of air. That is possible in tempering. So it reduces the brittleness of the material. So main purpose of brittle tempering is to relieve internal stresses, to reduce hardness, to improve ductility and toughness, to reduce retained austenite, to improve machinability. Tempering is again divided into three types: low, medium, and high temperature tempering. If you have used a temperature 100 to 200 degrees Celsius, then that is called as a low temperature tempering. Use a 200 to 500 degrees Celsius, that is called as a medium temperature tempering. And if you use a 500 to 700 degrees Celsius temperature, that is called as a high temperature tempering. Generally it is below A1 critical temperature, that is 727 degrees Celsius. Therefore maximum high temperature tempering is 500 to 700 degrees Celsius. So it is used to increase the toughness of material mainly. So this is about the main heat treatment processes, that is annealing, normalizing, hardening, tempering. Also some of the other heat treatment processes include first is a Haas tempering. Name is Haas tempering, but it is not a type of tempering. It is another heat treatment process. So that diagram shows the again same TTT diagram which include pearlite, benite, and martensite transformation. But if that arrow process show the another curve which is the cooling curve, when cool from above level, and if benite formation is occur below the nose, then we can say that that is called Haas tempering process. And next is the patenting. If that cooling above the nose shows the pearlite portion, then that is called as a patenting. That is the difference between patenting and Haas tempering. Haas tempering gives the benite formation due to the slow cooling from the curve, and patenting gives the pearlite when cool from above level. This is about all treatment process. We can see another lecture in surface hardening processes.